No matter how hard you work, the rules just keep changing. And suddenly, your job isn't safe. I should know. I just got laid off again at 54. So let's figure out how to take some control back. Hi, I'm Carrie, and it's really become clear to me that I've just been forced into an early retirement. And you know what? I'm not alone. So I want to talk about how we got here and what we can do about it. So grab yourself a drink and let's chat. I keep hearing the same story over and over. Waves of mass layoffs hitting hard, hundreds of thousands of jobs announced cut in recent years alone. And among workers our age who've been let go, a large amount of them are still hunting for work months or even years later. Even worse, many of us have little or nothing saved for retirement, and yet we're told we need $1 million or more to retire comfortably. I don't buy that number, by the way. I think that's basically Wall Street talking. To me, it feels like what previous generations called the golden years is becoming just more paycheck to paycheck life. Up until fairly recently, humans, and almost all humans, they worked until they physically couldn't work anymore. Because if they didn't work, they didn't eat. And then they would pass down that family business or farm or trade to the next generation, basically in exchange for being cared for in their later years. Scarcity has always been the human condition. This abundance that we've built in the last century or so in the Western world, that's historically very unusual. Then came big corporations, and suddenly most people don't have businesses or farms to pass on. They just have jobs. And our families got smaller, so there are fewer children around to actually care for aging parents. Add in a high divorce rate, and I'm no exception, twice divorced myself here. And a lot of adults face their later years without a spouse or really any family safety net. When I think about my parents and grandparents, hell, even my older siblings, many of them retired after giving most of their lives to a single company. And in return, their employers often rewarded them with, loyalty. They had a stable income for life and a secure pension in retirement. But here's the truth. That system was a historical anomaly. And yet you and we grew up inside that anomaly. In that world where we were raised, we lived better than kings from 200 years ago with comforts that they couldn't even imagine, things like hot showers and air conditioning. And we watched our parents and our grandparents live that way, and we believed that that was actually normal. We assumed that we'd enjoy the same kind of golden years. But historical anomalies, they never last. Even the idea of retirement is relatively new. Before pensions and retirements, like I said, most people worked until they just couldn't anymore. The idea of a leisurely retirement with a pension, that came out of a post-World War II economy of massive growth. Workers were needed to fuel that economic engine. So older workers cost more, yeah, but they were valued because every worker was needed in that economy. Companies showed loyalty because it got them loyalty in return. But we can all see that times have changed. We're no longer in any sort of post-war boom. There are many more workers now, and a lot of jobs can be done by machines and soon AI. And us older workers are we're just considered expendable. The system no longer believes it needs to keep us around because the system just doesn't need as many workers as it used to. And that leaves us feeling, disposable. My husband actually wrote a book called The System, Legitimacy to Slavery, How Your Future Has Been Stolen. In it, he explains how the system can lock people into giving away years of their future work without even realizing it, and why so many of us end up feeling disposable. If you really want to see how the rules are stacked, the link's in the description below. But corporations are designed to protect themselves. Sure, humans run them, but companies operate in a way that often treat employees as resources and not people. You see this very clearly when an older worker is forced to train their replacement before they're being laid off. I've watched it happen. Talk about demoralizing, training your own replacement after a lifetime of experience. Man. Sure, experience is still valued in some places, but that's becoming more rare too. And frankly, I find that really scary. Do you really want an ICU staffed with mostly inexperienced nurses? I sure don't. And then there's retirement. That 401k that we've been told to rely on, it was never meant to replace pensions. But over time, that's exactly what it became. Companies shifted the burden onto us, cutting or eliminating matches. My last 401k had zero company match. Zero. And the The median person in their 50s has almost nothing saved for retirement. Social Security, it was never meant to fully support retirees either. But for a lot of us, that's all there is. Our generation has been hit hard, and the 2008 recession hit particularly hard, often when we were still raising children and taking care of aging parents at the same time. Frankly, a lot of people believe we've actually been in a depression ever since, and it's just that nobody's saying it out loud. So here we are. No pensions, no guaranteed safety net, and once we're pushed out of the system, there's no easy way back. Why are layoffs always at the holidays anyway? Corporations are only out for themselves, right? Meanwhile, the younger generations, millennials and Gen Z, they're often called lazy, but I think they're actually smart. They watched us give our lives to a job only to be tossed aside. They see a system that rewards disposability, not loyalty. So they've adapted. They refuse to blindly sacrifice themselves. And honestly, they're in a similar position. They're not any less disposable than we are. I worry for my children and their ability to build their own future. But here's the thing. Even in a system that doesn't have our back, we still have options. We can't control corporations, but we can control ourselves, our homes, our spending, our time. We've survived layoffs, recessions, and disruptions before. We've raised families, we've cared for aging parents, and we've reinvented ourselves more than once. And all of that experience makes us resilient, and resilience is our superpower. We get to redefine what retirement looks like. It doesn't have to look like our parents' retirement. Maybe it's not a golden era of leisure, but instead a life where we choose how we live, what we prioritize, and who we spend our time with. And we're not alone. Sharing what we've learned, connecting with friends, mentoring younger generations, or building new communities, even online. These connections are a kind of security that nobody can take away. So yeah, the system changed on all of us. The old promises of pensions you could count on and loyalty rewarded with security and a clear path to a comfortable golden years, they've pretty much evaporated. The media still pushes that $1 million retirement number, and frankly, that's just not a reality for most of us. It's a hard truth, and I think it's normal to feel a bit scared about it. In fact, if you've been feeling this too, drop a comment below. I know this is a difficult topic, but there really are tangible things that we can do to take control back. Here's what I've come to believe after staring down my own layoff at 54. We are far from finished. Retirement isn't canceled. It's being redefined by you and by me. Maybe it looks like simpler living by choice. Maybe it's turning a passion or a skill into income on our terms. Maybe it's just the freedom to say no. Corporations and government don't get to write the ending anymore. We do. If this conversation is resonating with you, I'd love for you to stick around. And this is just the start. In upcoming videos, we'll show practical ways to take back control and create the life that you want, not the one the system assumes that you'll settle for. So hit that subscribe button now and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. Thanks for spending this time with me, and grab that drink if you haven't yet. We've earned it. You're not in this alone. We've still got plenty of fight left. See you in the next one. Take care.